Woo! Welcome to Pokemon Rumble Let's Play by DeoGenZ. What's up? On the last episode, we got our butts kicked in Battle Royale, but in this episode, we're going to go back to Bright Beach because we skipped it. My exuberance and excitement over getting a Gengar because it's one of my favorite Pokemon. Look at that. Just smashing the 2 button. What power I have in my thumb. This is the power of evolution. To smash the 2 button. No, but seriously, I was really excited to get Gengar. That was a boss Pokemon. And as I said in the last episode, I'm going to call these things trophies, as in Brawl or Smash Bros. And wouldn't you know it, later that day, I actually discovered some MOP or MOB, I forget what the file type is for the 3DS, but converted 2D files of Brawl to 3D to view on the 3DS. And I'm on the verge of figuring out how to do that myself. And when I do, I have tons and tons of game captures from my hoppage, just pure snapshots, and I'll figure out how to put them into 3D. But also I want to pose a question to you guys here. What is the best way for me to transmit pictures to you guys? Because I have some of the 3DS files that I took on the camera, and it's pictures of my actual figurines that I got and collected as a little kid. I don't know if anybody else did, but I did, and I collected the little Pokemon figurines, and they are cool as crap on the 3D camera. The little displays you set up are really intuitive. And it reminds me a lot of this game, actually, and the fact that you get to see your Pokemon toys, but it's like your whole collection with you, in a display way that you never had before. So I think it's pretty cool, but I wanted to wonder and ask you guys, what's the best way for me to share those pictures with you? Oh, this one's dizzy, yes! Oh, and it's a Ice Guard Dewgong, awesome. By the way, guys, if you see them getting dizzy or starry-eyed in this game, that means that you're probably going to get them as a trophy. Yeah, so that was pretty cool seeing Brawl footage, or Brawl pictures at least. Just a little hint, an inkling of what Super Smash Bros. Or other highly advanced 3D games could be on the 3DS. I mean, right now we just have a lot of tech demo stuff. And I guess more of the 3DS rambling I'll be doing today. We're just going to bash our way, again with the 2 button. There's really not much strategy here. Pick your favorite Pokemon to do this with. I may have to switch out my Gengar. Oh, there we go. Pretty soon, because he was close to the brink of death. But let's try our Dewgong. Smash! 2 button power! So pick your favorite Pokemon and keep pressing 2 if you have this game. If you bought this game, I'm sorry for you. But hey, you know what? I've had comments and people before who have argued with me that I shouldn't tell people not to buy this game, even though that's my honest opinion. But I will not be censored, because I really do think that this game is just so repetitive and so simple that when all you need to do is press 2, how could you call it a fighting game or anything? Maybe it's an adventure game, but I don't even know. Is it a dungeon game? I don't know. Who knows? And also, on the topic of dungeon, before I go back to 3DS rambling, what happened to that mystery dungeon game that was on WiiWare? I've seen it in Japan, but I've seen no ports to English. Awesome. Got a Wartortle trophy, 2 of them. We got a Lucky Wartortle, I'm not sure what that means. Anybody who knows this game, look at this. It's clamp, 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 clamp. I love that. Yeah, but whatever happened to that game, guys? I remember seeing it in the Japanese version. It was basically a mystery dungeon game, but on WiiWare, and it utilized these Pokemon figures, these origami-type figures that you would see in Pokemon Ranch, to go on mystery dungeon quests. I thought it was interesting, but I never saw a port to English. And right now, WiiWare could use some good games. I mean, there's already Bit Trip Flux, which I did a review on, but still, we could use some other great games. And that would be definitely a test to see. This is Wartortle, and we're about to go into a boss! Wartortle versus its evolution. Dun 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 dun! Blastoise! Yeah, but it'd be really cool to see these type of characters doing something maybe a bit more fun than just spamming. I don't know if that Mystery Dungeon game on WiiWare had any depth to it, but I can tell you that Pokemon Rumble does not have much more of the depth. Not really. It's mainly just smashing the 2 button. And you can see here, even though I'm using a water type Pokemon on a water type, it's doing some pretty effective. Look at that, I just wiped out all those Wartortles. This is pretty effective. Oh, well, not now. When he goes into that, like, steaming rage, any boss Pokemon doing that, it's like their invincibility mode. He's charging his lasers, or whatever attack he has. Those are the indicators, but it doesn't really matter when all you have to do is keep pressing 2. Indicators, yeah, especially when I'm a water Pokemon, and I just defeated a water Pokemon that's evolved, stronger than me, bigger than me. What the fuck? Ah, and we didn't get to keep his trophy. Yeah, so even if they have little notices for you to move out of the way, you just keep spamming that 2 button and you'll be okay. So anyway, 3DS Rambling, yeah, looking at those pictures, I think it's MOP. I'm just slipping my mind right now as I play through Rambling Rumble here, but MOP files, I downloaded a bunch from forums and things like that. 3DS forum is chock full of them. People converting 2D images into 3D with a stereoscopic software. Not exactly sure what it's called or how to use it, but if anybody has any more information on it, feel free to PM me. Now before we go on to Battle Royale, let's see if we can teach our Gengar something better. Well, that's better than Mean Look. Haze. Ooh. Dark. I like that. Very cool. Yeah, so people converting 2D images into 3D for the 3DS, it's so excellent. I mean, anybody who has a 3DS right now and doesn't have many games for the device because they're not interested in just simple development software exhibition, basically. That's what most of the launch titles are, just showing you what some of the software, or the hardware rather, can do with simple software. But if you're waiting around, you know, have fun with the augmented reality. I have a lot more fun in augmented reality than even Pilot Wings sometimes. And also, you can look for MOP files on Nintendo 3DS forums and take a look at what future gaming will look like. There's this one channel, iCurtis, and I will include a link below, and he's on YouTube, and he posted some Star Fox 64 and Paper Mario footage, or not footage, I keep saying footage, but it's images, MOP files, and I gotta say, especially the Paper Mario footage, or image, those look stunning on the 3DS. I mean, you can see a stark difference when you go from 2D to 3D. And I don't know if there's much variance. I can't tell when you're going through the 3D slider. I can tell basically trigger on 2D and off, or on 3D rather. And when you get a look at it though, it's really crazy what you can see, what you couldn't see before in mere 2D. Paper Mario gets so much more depth on the 3DS, and it's really just exciting to see what the future could be. So if anybody has a 3DS and not many software titles for it, just because they don't want launch junk, which I understand, I'm pretty much having a damn good time with Pilot Wings, but I am doing a lot more, I think, with the 3DS camera and augmented reality, to be honest. But I also have beaten my Pokemon Black game on cartridge, and I did that through the 3DS. And if anybody wants to know how to get into the native DS resolution, all you have to do is hold Start and Select on the 3DS while you're going to select A on the game cartridge that you're going to play. And now we get to face the boss Pokemon. We just defeated you, Blastoise, and we can do it again. This time we're not going to get our asses kicked, guys. Last time was just me being lackadaisical, wasting time so I could talk more, but this time we're going to go full force on it. So yeah, if you want to play your games in native resolution, just hold Start and Select, then press A on the game cartridge. So if you want to play Black or White, or any DS game for that matter, in the native resolution, then Start, Select, Hold, and press A. And it's actually really funny when you get a look at what the native resolution is. It feels like I'm playing on a Game Boy Color or something like that. And it just, even looking back at my old DS Lite, or my DS Fat for that matter, it just doesn't seem that small to me. But there we go. Dugong is owning him. Owning him. Yeah, and he's confused. Owned! Come on, Dugong, take him out. Smash! Rumble! Alright, we just won. We just pwned this battle royale as I rambled. Ramblin' Rumble. Good shit. Yeah, but it was stunning to see how small the native resolution was. So I play it in the larger stretch. I don't think that it depixelizes it too badly. And I can hold it farther away from my face now because I don't have to see it so close. So I beat Pokemon Black, my cartridge version, and I really should be getting back to that walkthrough as I procrastinate with some of these, but these are episodes that should have been aired way long ago. So the lesson here, kiddies, is that if you're doing LPs, do not do too many at once. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Pokemon Rumble Let's Play, and you've almost reached the battle against the champion. We'll see what that means next time.